many years ago, I was living in an apartment, had a bunch of problems, right? And I was like, God damn it. If I can only make 30,000, all my problems are gonna go away. And then all of a sudden I started making 30,000. But I was still unhappy. You wanna know why? Because I needed to make 60,000. And then I made 60,000. And I was still unhappy. There's a good reason for that, because I needed to make 100,000. That's a holy grail for the working man. Then I made 100 grand. And then I'm like, dude, it's gotta be 150. Then I made 130, and then my wife is working, and we're making like 200 grand a year. And I'm still fucking unhappy. It's so crazy. Money can't solve your problems. The only thing that changes, you get a nicer car and a better zip code, but all the fundamental problems are the same. Money will never solve the problems. Usually, broke people say that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, money, you gotta find happiness. But it's really true. You know, there's billionaires that are miserable. And, you know, one thing that money will buy, like, go make as much of it as you can. I'm not telling you don't make it. Make as much of it as you can, because money buys free time. And free time is what you want. Like, you want to be able to build enough wealth that you can retire while you're still capable and able. Let's say you work until you're 70, you got high blood pressure, bad knees, and then you go to Jamaica. You cannot do Dunn's River Falls. You know, we've been talking a lot about like the 20%, like paying yourself 20% to a vacation fund instead of giving it to Nike for Jordans, right? 250 bucks a month goes into a vacation fund. Then the following year, you've got, you know, $5,000 in there, whatever it is, and you guys can go do whatever you want. That's real value. But so the thing about, oh man, I gotta change Jiu-Jitsu academies because I'm just not happy there, or I gotta do this because I'm not happy there. I gotta leave this woman because another woman's gonna make me happy. No, you have an empty space inside of you, and that's what's making you unhappy. It doesn't matter what you put in it. You gotta fill it up with the good shit. You gotta find good friends. You gotta be positive. You gotta be doing things that are good for you individually. You know, like no woman is gonna change you. No man is gonna change you. No amount of money is gonna change you. It all starts with the emotions that we start in the morning when we wake up. Exercise your right to drink clean water. There's a huge percentage of the world that cannot get access to clean water. They gotta walk miles to get it. They gotta go to wells to get it. We get to just wake up in the morning and turn the tap on and drink good water. We have access to great food, and yet we choose to eat shitty food. It's just really strange, me included. You know, I'm a fucking slob. But we have to understand that grass is not greener on the other side. Get up in the morning, do something positive for yourself, be excellent in everything that you do, the black belt model. If you're gonna mop the mats like a black belt. If you're gonna walk to the store from here, walk with a purpose, hold your fucking head high. You know, when you're at work and you're getting reprimanded, put your head up. You know, this world is not designed for outliers. It's not. It doesn't know how to handle the top 10%. It doesn't know how to handle the bottom 10%. But what it can handle is the guy who's doing just enough to not get fired, just enough to not get broke up with, just enough to not raise psychopaths, you know? But we need to realize that we don't want to exist in that space. That's where everybody else is existing. We want to be the top 10% of the world. That's what we want to exist in. And it all starts with the way you walk and the way you shower and the way that you talk. And, you know, you're walking from your car to your front door and there's weeds on the pathway. Why don't you just stop and pluck them out? It's no big deal. Stop, pluck the 5 weeds that are out, leave them on the pathway, and then when you go to the gym, grab a little fucking bag out of your house, throw them in the bag, and toss them in the trash. But if you just do a little bit of good every day, you're going to have a well-kept yard. You guys understand what I'm trying to say? It all starts with us. We are completely in control of our lives, and nothing else is going to make you feel better unless you start doing it. All right, live like a black belt. Let's get the fuck out of here. 1, 2. Shake hands, don't be dicks. Start with me. That way. Oh, stay behind me, George. We do this every day. You still fuck it up. Good job. Good job.
Thank you, Coach.
Well done.
Thank you, Coach.
Good job.
Thank you.
Sorry, Corbin.
It's all good. I got you, Monty. Coach. Thank you.
Okay, I told you.
We're sorry to make that.